Now, what you're about to hear is Sean, you know, King James, um, reading out the notes or whatever they are from Lucy Connolly's case. Now, I'm sure you all know about Lucy Connolly, what she did, what she said, what she wrote on X last year on the 29th of July at 8, I think it was 8:20 p.m. So what you're about to hear here is Sean, or King James as he likes to be known, um, reading out, the court case or the sentencing. But that's not what bothers me. What bothers me and what's keeping me up tonight is what he says at the end, because I'm struggling. I really am struggling, guys, to know, to know, and a realization that people like him really do exist and live in this country. I can't believe what he said. I can't believe he's allowed to say it, and it's not a crime. Yeah, I'm finding this very difficult. This one, and I can't believe that nobody had a problem. Well, sorry, Babs had a problem with them saying it. But everyone else was like more or less, well, Mm. So yes, this is Sean, King James, and as much as you might not want to listen to him reading out the court case of Lucy Connolly, it's important that you do because of what he says at the end.
Starting point after a trial is therefore one of 3 years imprisonment. There is a further significant aggravating factor, namely the timing of the publication, when there was obviously a particularly sensitive social climate. It would be difficult to think of a more sensitive such time than during the evening of the 29th of July this year. All of those factors would require a significant increase in the sentence beyond the starting point. As to mitigation, you are now 41 years of age. It is clearly a mitigating factor that you have no previous convictions. I've also read the character references on your behalf from those who know you. They speak of a caring person, including those for whom you acted as a childminder for their children. You have a good family and a young daughter who is undoubtedly missing you terribly. I also take into account that this will be the first time you have been in prison and present circumstances. In relation to the offence, I have regard to the fact that although it was widely read, you did not repeat any such statement and in due course deleted it, and you sent some messages to the effect that violence was not the answer. You have had tragedy in your own life with the loss of your very young child some years ago. I've read the psychiatric reports from some 12 years ago as to the psychiatric difficulties you then suffered. I accept that you still very keenly feel that loss. There is no recent psychiatric evidence, and whilst you may well have understood the grief to those who suffered their own tragic losses in Southport, you did not send a message of understanding and comfort, but rather an incitement to hatred. There is no evidence of any mental disorder having any material effect on you committing this offence. Similarly, whilst I accept that you regret your actions, I have been referred to messages in which you say that you disagree with racism and violence. It is clear from the evidence of your own words in the days following your actions, what you said to the police and what you said to the probation officer, that you have little insight into or acceptance of your actions. I have to balance all those factors. The minimum sentence after trial would have been 3.5 years imprisonment. You pleaded guilty at the plea and case management hearing, and you are therefore entitled to reduction in that sentence of 25%. The sentence on count 1, therefore, is one of 31 months imprisonment. You will serve 40% of that sentence. When you are released, you will remain on licence for the balance of that sentence, and if you failed in accordance with the terms of that licence or commit any further offence, you can be returned to serve the balance of that sentence. I make a deprivation order in relation to the digital device seized, and the victim impact surcharge will apply. So she had good reading comprehension. Go on.
So which was worse, the killing of those 3 children or what she said?
What she said. Why?
That was worse, was it? That was worse, was it?
Because it could have caused widespread violence across the country and caused more deaths.
I can't believe.
Sean, the fact that
that you just said that.
Anytime anybody.
But equally, I'm not finished.
So you heard it there, guys, right?
Guidelines for this offence in relation to your culpability. This
Sean believes that what Lucy Connolly did was worse than what happened to the. I find it hard to say this. I'm finding it very difficult to even speak it. Sean, who a lot of people defend, thinks that what Lucy Connolly said
is clearly a category.
Was worse, right? Worse than what happened to those little girls.
Comprehension. Go on.
So which was worse, the killing of those 3 children or what she said?
What she said. Why?
That was worse, was it? That was worse, was it?
Because it could have caused widespread violence across the country and caused more deaths.
I can't believe.
Sean, the fact that
No. I am literally. I can't believe he said that, and the reason I can't believe he said that is because those little girls, one of which who actually survived. But do you know that Axel Ruger Cabana stabbed her that much that she wasn't left with any blood in her body. It's a miracle that little girl survived. And Sean, King James, thinks that because Connolly wrote what she wrote, that's worse than the murder of 3 little girls and the stabbing and injuring of many more. And I'm finding this hard to deal with, that people can actually think like that. I'll deal with it in my own way, I suppose. But when you hear someone come out with that, I always find those kind of statements hard to deal with, simply because when I asked the question, I expected either don't be stupid, right? It's not in the same category, or what? I just did not expect the answer he said, because I didn't think anyone could be that evil. And he truly is evil. I can't believe he, but he did, yeah, he said it. You heard him say it. And luckily, I recorded a lot of what went on Ghost Channel, because there was a lot said. A lot was said about Tommy Robinson. A lot was said about a lot of people. All lies. And I intend to go through it. But this for me, this is kind of, I just literally cannot believe it. That, and I'm not giving him a pass because apparently he's got autism. I'm not giving him a pass because apparently he's got mental health problems. When I asked that damn question, I expected him to say, don't be stupid, it's not the same thing. Or, don't be stupid, how ignorant is that question? No. He firmly believes that what Connolly did was worse than what Rudika Barner did with those little girls. And I don't think I'll get much sleep tonight.